approaching Melbourne on the XPT from Sydney. Quick look out the window.
Good morning once again, ladies and boys and girls. If this is your first time to Melbourne, you'll be able to see the CBD on the left-hand side in direction of travel.
Yeah, we are.
We do go across 3 villages, so you'll be able to see the CBD in 3 times. Your current weather in Melbourne currently is a beautiful 12.7 degrees. Thank you, good morning.
12.7 degrees, hell man. That's the interior of my 28 cabin. I'm by myself. I can obviously make a brief movie of the cabin. And this is the toilet, next door toilet and shower, and another cabin which was empty last night. Okay, arriving in Melbourne on the XPT sleeper, and it is the 31st of October 2024, and I'm just looking outside. We're going on time. We're rolling along on time, and just had an announcement there that it's about 12 degrees outside. Nice and cool. Anyhow, had an excellent trip. Slept very, very well. And as I said, I'm by myself in the compartment, which is nice. That means I can talk to myself, or talk to the world, as I say, on a video. So I'm going to make a movie today on transport in Melbourne. So this is just going to be the beginning of it. The only disappointing thing out here is all this incredible amount of graffiti. Really is not. Look, it's everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. And there's Albion. Absolute is suburban. Melbourne suburban train. And at least it's a fine day, and I'm getting ready for only a few hours. I'm just going to be here for a very short few hours because I'm going to be making a trip going up from Melbourne to Ararat, and then a coach to Horsham for the night. I may add to this when I get back, but not much. Here comes a 6-car Velocity. Coming into sunshine. Coming into the sunshine on a cloudy day, as the song used to say. And graffiti. Welcome to Melbourne. It's, as I said, just very, very brief video I expected this time. The standard gauge, and there goes the standard gauge link over towards the Geelong line, where the overland train to Melbourne to Adelaide used. That arm we can see now of the link right there. Slightly indirect sort of a route, you might say, but that's what it does. And we come in through the freight yards. Let's have a look and see what's here. The graffiti, as I said, is absolutely horrendous, unbelievable. I don't know why they don't take massive action on it. Throw a few people into jail. A lot of these are obviously disused freight cars. Look at this. Oh my goodness. There's several diesels over there, T classes, S class. Look at that. SSR, Southern Short Haul Railroad. Look at that. There's that V-Line and SSR again. Maybe they bought them. I think they bought those V-Line units. N-Class. Pretty sure they did. So, might as well leave this recording for a bit because of some interesting things. Excuse me. Okay, there's that velocity. Coming in, and I'm not even sure where it would be coming from. Maybe Ballarat. I'll take a bit of a stab in the dark on that one. Suburban train going out. Velocity coming in. Hear the squeaking noise, you know, I can't believe it. Listen to that squeaking noise in the sleeping car. Honestly, you really can't compare this to what it's like in America or Britain or anything like that. You don't get that noise. And there's Middle Footscray. In a sense, that sort of illustrates one of the problems with the Australian railways. I mean, we've got some good trains. The Indian Pacific and the GAN amongst the good trains, and the Spirit of the Outback. Numerous others are pretty good. But the XPT, getting pretty old now, was introduced in 1982, and the sleeping cars in the early 1990s. Going to be replaced by the CAF Spanish-built dual voltage, in other words, dual powered trains like electric and diesel. But when? There's the question. Over the next couple of years, maybe you might see one or two of them. Who knows? That squeaking noise, oh my. Multiple track here and coming through. Whoa, just way up there. There we go. We're going into. Okay, very close to Melbourne here now. Melbourne River, that is. Around Footscray. Yep, in amongst the containers and the graffiti.
Good morning once again, our ladies and boys and girls. We have just entered time in the hour, and we are here to cross our B-line service going through to Albury. Like the service that starts with the on Albury to Melbourne Southern Cross. Once again, that is XPT service is ahead of time. That is why we are about to stop it very shortly to cross the B-line service. They can see the line. Once this service does cross us, we'll proceed on our way into Melbourne Southern Cross. Thank you, good morning.
Announcement you might have just heard is from a conductor called Oscar. Interesting thing is, he said, I remember, he remembered me from the Spirit of the Outback days, and he said, he worked in QR for 10 years, and he went over to Western Australia, and he came back, and he's now on New South Wales train link, so he remembers me from those times, which is good. Our container yard here. The train he was talking about was on the other side. Just passing North Melbourne there. And, it's hard to know, there we go, which side to get out view out of. Anyhow, we're just not far out of town, let's say. Dine On, it's called, the locomotive depot. There we go. Couple of 81 classes. Well, they just made an announcement they were actually running a few minutes early. And there's part of the skyline of Melbourne, let's say, right ahead, and we're coming over the North Melbourne flyover over the suburban tracks. You just see that there, and it's creeping in over the top of that. Coming down to the level of the rest of the system. The flyover, as they call it, was opened in 1962. Well, here we are, a bit of a sharp angle. A bit too sharp. And excuse me. That was for great trains like the Southern Aurora in those days. Not used this viaduct. Here we are, another Melbourne suburban train. Platform 1 in a moment. So, rail cars, Velocity and Sprinter. Other Velocity going out. Victoria's very much going over to the velocity rail cars at the moment. Here we go, we're in number 1 platform, so we've arrived in Melbourne. Just a brief view of 2017, the good leading unit on the XPT, and there's the train. So I'm in Melbourne.